Hi Danny. Hi Chandra.
Yeah, hi, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. How about you?
Good. Actually,
Yeah.
I sent an email to Steve saying that I'll be late 10 minutes, but I came before only.
That's it. Actually, Steve was get confused between 8 and 8:30, something like that. Okay,
No, he
fine.
did not. I confused him. Yeah.
So let me start the session, Chandra.
Yeah.
Yesterday we were discussing about the product group, and we created one product group called as a car, and for this product group we created three members. Three members, basically Maruti 800, Alto and WagonR with these percentages. Is that right?
Yeah.
And the MC 85, this is our product group. This product group consisting of three members.
Question, Raj.
Yeah.
We don't need to create bomb, right?
Need not to create a bomb. Basically, we are for the header material only. We are just giving the parameters. Basically, the projections are demand we are creating. No mandate, not necessarily need to create the bomb as such.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So after creating the product group, next is we have to go for the planning of this product group. At the product group level, we have to plan it. That is MC81. Just take a look of the path. For the product group level, we are going to plan it. This is MC81. For this product group, let me create a plan. Our version number is, whenever we will create a plan, it will create with a version number. This version is equal to 012. Currently, just let us take a note of it. This 012 version 012. Okay, fine. Go ahead. Here, based upon the sales figures, I have to arrive the production figures, and as well as depending upon the different options available. Let us taking it up. I'm taking it up to 100,000 here in the month of 10th month. That is equal to 100,000. Say it is equal to 200,000. Say it is equal to 300,000. Say it is 400,000. These are my sales figures, Chandra. Now I have to arrive my production figures. For arriving these production figures, I have different options available. For production plan, yesterday we discussed there are the three different options available, right?
Yeah.
One is synchronous to the sales. The moment I say synchronous to the sales, then my production figures are exactly same as that of the sales figures. Is that right?
Yeah.
This is one option. Option number one is either you can set your production figures in parallel, or which is synchronous to the sales, which is exactly the same as that of the sales figures, right?
Yeah.
The other is the target stock level. Suppose I want to keep a stock of 10,000 pieces here, and say once again I want to maintain a stock of 5,000 pieces here. So I want to maintain still again 10,000 pieces stock here. This is my target stock. I am keeping it up. Now my production figures has to take this stock into consideration, means then I'll create a production plan based upon the target stock level.
Yeah.
You see, my production figure has been increased to 110 particular month. Is that right, Chandra?
Yeah.
And in the next month, I reduced it up to 5,000 pieces. Already 10,000 were maintained here, so need not to produce 200,000. I can produce it 195,000 itself, such that I meet my requirement of 200,000 with a stock of 5,000 pieces. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. And here I'm increasing the stock again by 5,000 pieces. So I am even though the sales plan is equal to 300,000, I'm increasing my production plan by 305,000. Right? Is that right, Chandra?
Yeah.
These figures, how these figures are arriving, I hope you are clear now.
Yeah.
Yesterday we discussed it theoretically. It's practically the system also will do the same thing as such. And the target days supply, for example, how many number of days are there in this month? Depending upon the days supply, for this 10,000 it is taking roughly 3 days, right?
Yeah.
Suppose for example, I'll keep it as 1 day stock. then roughly it has to take a 3,500 something like that. Now, for example, I'll go for my production plan, edit, production plan, create a production plan, based on the target days supply. You see this. Able to follow me, Chandra?
Yeah.
Even though, suppose for example, here also I want to make up the same stock of 1 day, this figure may slightly varies. See, once again we'll see it, edit, create production plan, based on the target days supply. You see, per day stock it has been taken it up. It is not exactly the double of this one. Because the number of days in this month, and then it is depending upon the factory calendar. So total number of working days divided by the sales plan, or the plan of the total plan divided by number of working days will give the per day plan as such. Depending upon the per day plan, how many number of days that you have been planned it, accordingly that much of stock it will maintain it. Is that okay for you?
Yeah.
That's fine. So this is how the system will calculate the different levels. One is the target stock level, or target days supply, target stock level, or synchronous to the sales. For easy purposes, just of course it is not of much very so much as we are using it so frequently or so something. Just let us take it as for understanding purpose in a simple scenario where my production figures I want to keep it to the synchronous to the sales. So my production figures are nothing but synchronous to the sales, right?
Yeah.
So my production figures are exactly same as the sales figures as such, right? So this is the plan. Okay, of course I have the options. This is the option available. This is the option available. Depending upon the requirement, I can go any of the 3 options available. It can be synchronous, it can be target stock level, or it can be target days supply generally. Is that okay for you, Chandra?
Yeah.
For our understanding purpose, we'll go ahead with one scenario. That is a simple scenario of synchronous to the sales. I'm saving this sales plan. Plan for this product group. The transaction what we are executing is MC81.
Yeah.
Suppose I want to do any changes for this one. Yes, I can go ahead for MC82. Of course, which is the inactive version that we have been taken it. That inactive version only we have to take it up. Currently, we are under the inactive version of 012. This is the version that we created, right?
Yeah.
This is the version that we have been created on so-and-so date with the so-and-so parameters. This is our plan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. So change of the plan can be done with the help of the transaction MC82. Of course, the display of the plan, that is simple, that is MC83. Once again, same, which is the inactive version that we have been created, that is 012 is inactive version finally that we created, and this is the display of the plan. So we created the product group level. How many number of cars that we are going to produce it in the month of October, in the month of November, in the month of December, in the month of January. We created a sales plan, and synchronous to the sales we have the production plan also, right?
Yeah.
But so far we have not yet been arrived how many Maruti 800 has to produce, how many Alto has to produce, how many Wagoner has to produce, right?
Yeah.
Only we had given the proportional, we have in a mind of proportional factor of 50, 25, 30 something we have been given in the product group level, but so far we don't have the correct figures. How much is, sorry, Maruti 800 is going to, how much is Alto is going to, how much Wagoner is going to, right?
Yeah.
That means we have to bifurcate or disaggregate this production plan of product group.
Yeah.
Disaggregation is nothing but splitting.
Splitting.
That is equal to MC76. Which plan we are talking about? We have to select the right plan. Our plan is in the 012.
Yeah.
Disaggregate this production plan. If you want, we can create the sales plans also and synchronous to the sales.
Question here.
Yeah.
You are selecting disaggregated production plan, right?
Right.
But you are already, you have disaggregation percentages here already, right?
Only percentages has been given, Chandra. So for figures has not been yet been given. With this action, it will give the bifurcate the number. As we have given the proportional factors only, but literal figures are the physical real numbers we have not yet been given to the system yet.
Okay.
Those calculations will be done with this transactions as such.
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah.
You see, that's the same thing. This is our product to 100,000 pieces. 100,000 pieces has been bifurcated to the 50,000 and 30,000 and 20,000 because of the proportions that we have been maintained at the product group level. This is for Maruti 800, this is for Alto, this is for Wagoner. Is that right, Chandra?
Which one is for Maruti?
This is Maruti 800 is M800, right?
Okay, okay, got it now. Yeah.
This is my car. Total number of cars, how many that I am going to produce in the month of October is equal to 100,000. Out of this 100,000, I want to produce Maruti 800, M800. The code that we had given for Maruti 800 is equal to M800, right?
That is correct. 80, 30, 20. 50, 30, 20.
Yeah, 50, 30, 40. Sorry, 50, 30, 20, Chandra.
Yeah.
Because we had given a percentages in the similar way, so system has been bifurcated those figures into like this. Is that okay?
That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm saving this disaggregation of the plan. So plan has been disaggregated. That means each individual member of the product group has received the sales plan as well as the production plan, right?
Yeah.
So still at the sales level only. It is at the sales level, and at the sales side they are very clear, so that what is the total, how many number of cars that they are going to sell it, and for that what is the production figure. Of course, what is the individual members also that we have been cleared it out at this point of time. Now, after disaggregation of this one, we have to go for version management. Version management in the sense, whenever we want to transfer this inactive version to the active version, we have to change it to the active version. That is nothing but version management.
So why we are maintaining versions?
Versions are different. Actually, these are the different models as such, are different options available, are different plans available, Chandra. It can be like it's like a plan number 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that.
So like we have 12, right? I can select.
Yeah. So far we have that one. Right. Okay. You are right.
Okay.
And out of that, before transferring it to your correct plan, we have to make that particular plan to the active version. Then only you can transfer it.
So trial and error, select the best one and move it.
Right.
Yeah,
generally, whichever is the finally decided plan, that they will transfer, make it as an active version.
Okay, got it.
So I'm going for execution of the transaction MC78. In this MC78, what is my source version? Source version is nothing but my inactive version, basically.
012.
Inactive version is 012. This is my source. This source I'm making it as an active version of A00. Yeah. From which month? It is from say 01, 110, 2012. We are having 4 months plan. So up to 31st of 01, 2013. Right, Chandra?
Yeah.
Before copy taking place, the target version is reset. Here, whatever A00 figures are there, it is going to reset it and it is going to copy with our A012 with A00.
That's good.
Save. Done. So we made it an active version. After making it an active version, then we have to transfer it to the demand management. MC75. Just for easy understanding, just give me one more. We first performed MC84, which is nothing but your creation of the product group.
That's good.
Right, Chandra?
Yeah.
Of course, this MC84 is having a combination of another parameters, that is MC85 is one transaction where you can, sorry.
Modify and...
One second. MC85 is one transaction which we have in the same sequence, and there is one more. MC86 is also related to this same MC85. After that, we had gone for a transaction called as MC81, which is creation of the plan.
Yeah. 81, 82, 83, yeah.
Right. Similarly, this MC81 is having another MC82 and there is one more transaction MC83, which are followed for the same. After this, what we did is, after creating the plan, we disaggregated the plan, that is nothing but your MC76. First we disaggregated.
Yeah.
After that, after disaggregating, we are converting it to the active version, which is MC78. Before transferring it to the demand management, we are making it as a active version management basically.
Yeah.
After that, the last step is MC75, which is nothing but transfer to the demand management.
Yeah. So that means it will become a planned independent requirements.
Yeah. After that, we will check all the requirements in MD04. Check the requirements. Just give me a minute. So we are performed up to a step called as MC78. We have been done so far. Next, we will go for a transaction called as MC75. This is MC75. From here, the version which is the version that is active version, which is nothing but equal to our A00. This version we are transferring it to the
A00 012.
No, A00 itself. Starting from
Question here, like we maintained 012, right?
012 is the inactive version, Chandra. That inactive version we already made it as active because we want to transfer. That is the final plan. I want to transfer.
So that means when you make it active, it becomes A00.
Yeah. For making A00 is only the active version, such that from that active version only we are transferring it, Chandra.
No. Question is here, like we have 0112, 012, right?
Right.
So
00, 01, 02. Yeah.
When I make them active, so that means active version has to be A00. So it can't be A00. Right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
You are right.
Got it.
And I'm taking as a request for whatever, depending upon the whichever is the scenario, then we want to take it up.
So blind rule, make to start means LSF.
Right. Right, Chandra. You are right. So after making this one MC75 of transferring the demand management, then we are going for MD04. In the MD04, all the independent requirements are triggered as 50,000, 100,000, 150,000 and 200,000 because of the based on the figures which we have been derived for the product group level. If I will go for Alto, my Alto demand management is like this. It is 30,000, 60,000, 90,000. If I will go for WagonR, my WagonR demand management is 20,000, 40,000, 60,000 because these are all derived from the sales figures as such. So finally, our sales figures have been transferred to the demand management. In the demand management, you can check the independent requirement MD04.
MD04 is nothing but a report, right?
Yeah, it's a stock requirement. It's a basically MRP list or it's a report to Chandra. But it's a very dynamic report as such, and one of the most commonly used, one of the most powerful transactions which is used in the PP, Chandra.
Okay.
It performs many things as such.
Okay.
MD04 is as one of the good transaction, rather than good or bad, it's having most powerful in the sense we can perform many things from this transaction actually. It is a dynamic or it is magic transactions we can call it as. Basically, the single transaction will perform many other options even. That's what are the main significance of this one.
Okay. So how you interpret this report? Like you have stock and independent requirements.
Yeah, I'm coming to that one only. I'm coming to that. One is by seeing this, you can see what are all the open purchase orders, open purchase requisitions, what are the planned orders, what are the production orders, what are the independent requirements, what are the stock level. By seeing that, just seeing the basic report itself, you can understand, right?
So this report, what it is telling us?
Currently, it is saying such that there is independent requirement for 20,000 pieces in the month of October, in the month of November 40,000 pieces, in the month of December 60,000 pieces, in the month of January 80,000 pieces. There are simply independent requirements are there for a particular material called as WagonR, right?
So when I see minus symbol means automatically requirements, that's it?
Yeah, requirements are always referred as minus. and the stocks are always incoming symbols are referred as a positive, incoming receipts will be referred as a positive signal.
So like if a stock has 1000 means it will show in positive numbers here. Right now we are
Right,
zero
right,
stock.
Chandra.
Okay.
Yes, we will take it up one and then we will go ahead further into.
Yeah.
From here itself, you can go to the transaction called as MMBE. MMBE is nothing but basically stock overview. You can see the same stock overview from sitting from MD04 itself.
Okay.
You need not to go to MMBE as such. This is MMBE transaction, right?
Yeah.
From same MMBE transaction, you can check from MD04 itself without going to, and you can check the material master itself from MMBE itself, from MD04 itself. If you double click onto the material, it will take you to the material master as such.
Okay.
You can check the stocks, you can check the requirements, you can check the receipts, you can everything that majority of the even after of course will come a bit more explanation is required. We have to run the MRP and all. So once we'll run the MRP, then you can see the much more significance of this MD04 as such, Chandra.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
So finally, the outcome of our SOP is nothing but the independent requirements for the independent group members or individual group members of that product group, which has been transferred from the top level sales to production demand. Is that right?
Yeah. What do you mean by individual group numbers?
Individual means I have a plan for Maruti 800, I have a plan for Alto, I have a plan for Wagoner individually, right?
Okay, okay, got it. Yeah.
Even though I have been planned at the car level, okay, for this year, for the year 2013, how many cars that I am going to plan it? I planned at the first level, right?
Yeah.
After that, okay, for the individual members, based upon the different proportions that has been maintained, of course, it is not something great, it's a simple mathematical calculation, nothing great as such.
Yeah.
But only thing is, for our scenario, we have a small numbers and then clear-cut figures, so that is easily we are able to. But if it is a complicated scenario, not so easy. That's what the thing is. Of course, it is for the system. It is easy to calculate, right?
Okay. Yeah.
I hope it's clear to you, Chandra. Now.
Yeah. Yeah.
This one is very simple. This 10 transactions. If you are able to just keep it in mind, it is much more than enough as such. The 10 transactions are also very simple. MC84, MC85, MC86, these are the three. After that 81, 82, 83, up to 6, then 76, 78, 75, 04. That's simple.
Yeah.
This will take it up the total entire clear to you, Chandra?
Yeah.
When you are transferring it, just of course, may not be essential, but be aware of it. Of course, for you, it's not necessary, so that, but just be aware of these are the simple 10 steps involved in this. Rather than in 10 steps, 84, 81, this is basically 84 is already consisting of 84. This 85 is not for change, it is for display. There's a small correction here. 85 is for display and 86 is for change as such. This is the standard as such.
Okay.
Generally, we will go for the next one for change mode, right? M1, 01, 02, 03 means 02 is immediately for change, we will consider, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, ultimately, what we did is the sales figures has been transferred into the demand management, which we were discussing about the. Just give me a minute, Chandra. I'll take it up one slide. Chandra, tomorrow I may not be in a position to take up the session because I'm attending some marriage. Yeah, please.
Anyway, we can like start the sessions. How soon we can start?
When, Chandra?
So like for you 8 a.m. right?
Right.
Is it possible to start before?
Yeah, it's possible, Chandra.
7 o'clock.
Next week onwards, can we take it a bit early?
7 o'clock is okay.
Sure, no problem. 1 hour before we can take it up. It's not any. If it is okay for you.
Oh, no, for me okay. 6:30 or 7 is okay.
Okay, let me check it up one time. I will confirm it to you in the next session. Basically, just I want to reconfirm from my network guy. Basically, he told me sir that he will provide that power backup and all. I'll just confirm it to you, Chandra. Give me a day if you don't mind.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Because I promise, and then if the things were not been happened, that won't look nice.
Okay.
before I commit it, let me check it up from my end and I'll confirm it to you.
Yeah.
We are talking about the last theory part. Yesterday's last slide that what we were looking into here is, this is the last slide we were looking into, right?
Yeah.
Basically, this demand management which has been created the independent requirement for this particular material or individual materials or as well as the product group. Of course, finally, for a particular product, how many number of pieces that I have to produce, that plan I received at the factory level, right?
Yeah.
Now, the next step is MRP. I have to run the MRP. Before going to running the MRP, let us understand what is exactly the concept of the MRP as such. Is that okay, Chandra? We'll go to the understanding the concept of the MRP.
Yeah.
That's fine. Of course, MRP is the backbone of all this production planning. Yeah, what is meant by MRP is basically material requirement. Different type of MRP is available for a particular, there are different plannings as such it is available. The basic MRP types are MRP, MPS and CBP. Just let me pull out it up one now. As far as the material requirement planning is concerned, there are three different types of material requirements plannings are there. Basic MRP types. One is MPS, master production scheduling, and the other is MRP, material requirement planning, and the another is CBP, that is consumption based planning. What is this MPS, what is this MRP, what is this, and what are the difference between all these things? Just let's look into.
Well, in real life, like based on your experience, people always say MRP. Nobody talks about MPS.
Right? You're right. You're right. But sorry, but it is useful, Chandra. In some cases, people use MPS also.
Oh, you use? Okay.
Yeah, it is useful as such.
What about CBP?
Also, but generally, MRP is more familiar, and everybody will talk about MRP only as such.
Yeah, yeah.
But MPS is also equally, it's good, and equally some people use MPS even too, Chandra. For some critical materials, they will use MPS.
Okay.
And of course, the CBP is also depending upon the scenario, depending upon the industry. In my earlier assignment, yes, they used to use all these three much more significantly, Chandra.
So, what is the input for CBP?
Yeah, I'm coming in, Chandra. Give me a minute.
Okay.
CBP is basically consumption-based planning. When we will use the different is the basic thumb rule for using these different MRP types is MPS is used for A class materials, A class, and MRP is used for B class materials, and CBP is used for C class materials. Then the question comes, what is meant by A class, what is meant by B class, what is meant by C class, right?
Yeah.
A class materials, the general, here also the general assumption for A class materials is equal to basically high value and low consumption. High and low in the sense high value and low consumption. That's what I'm taking it up. Here it is, the value is equal to B class materials, the value is equal to medium value and high or low consumption, medium or high consumption. As for CBP, those are the low value materials but high consumption. These are low. When next question comes, what is this low value? How the people knows that it is a high value or low value or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Generally, for any industry, if I suppose I'm using, say, for example, I'm using 10,000 materials in a particular my industry. This is my 10,000 list of materials which I'm using it, and this is the entire list of 10,000 materials. And for this, the cost factors are like this, and the highest value is equal to this, lowest value is equal to this, and it is arranged in ascending order or descending order fashion. Say, for example, generally the top 10% or 20%, whichever is high value, that is considered. Of course, this high value do not have any clear meaning in the sense. For certain companies, this 10,000 rupees may be high value. For certain companies, 50,000 rupees may be rupees or dollar, whatever it is, may be high value, right? Will you agree with me?
Yeah.
So depending upon that particular company, depending upon that particular business, the people will decide, okay, let us assume, fix it up some, up to this it is high value, up to this it is a medium value, up to this it is a low value. Generally that is the criteria they will follow it up.
Yeah.
Or depending upon the usage also, the people will, how many number of pieces that we have been used, what is the percentages, just some sort of a logic they will arrive with, such that they will finally freeze it up. This is the A class, this is the B class, this is the C class. But general thumb rule is basically A class means high value materials with low consumption, B class means medium value and consumption is either medium or high, and C class is as all consumable materials comes under C class materials, which is used for SAP PP. Is that okay for you?
Yeah.
This values and this terminology, it varies from company to company as such.
Yeah.
I mean to say, high value means there is no specific range with this is high value. I cannot say, okay, $10,000 is a high value for me. I cannot say it like that. Hope it is clear to you, Chandra, now.
Yeah, yeah.
Basically, it company to company, industry to industry, product to product, this high and low values may change. In the sense, for the range of this high value may changes as such.
They have their own criteria. Yeah.
Yes, right. That's what basically. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So once it is decided, this is A class material, this is a B class material, this is C class material. C class material is basically consumables, all consumable materials which are of less value. That will be generally categorized as a C class material. Now coming to the A and B class materials, then A class materials means precious materials or high value materials are which are very essential for the production to take it up. Without this, the production will get tampered to a greater significance, then that is defined as a class material.
Yeah.
And of course, once we segregated A class and once we segregated C class, the remaining is automatically that is a B class, right?
Yeah.
Okay. One criteria when we are selecting for a material requirement planning is one is A class, B class, C class, and the other is depending upon the value. Okay. What is the difference between these three as such? Okay. Classification we have been done and we have been classified the A class, B class. Classification we can see it in the material master in the MRP1. There is one tab, one field called as classification, Chandra. Ever noticed it, Chandra? ABC indicator.
Oh yeah, yeah. MRP1, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That ABC indicator will basically this our class A, class B, class C.
Yeah.
Right? Able to follow me?
Yeah.
Fine. Okay, we segregated this material. Now, if I run MPS, what will happen? If I run MRP, what will happen? If I run CBP, what will happen? That is the significance now to look into. If I run MPS, the outcome of this MPS is nothing but your firmed planned orders. Firmed planned orders in the sense, system will not change automatically for the incoming changes that if any receipts or requirements or changes, system will not change automatically. Once the planned order is created, system will remain it as that same quantity whichever it has been planned. Whereas in the case of the MRP, non-firmed planned orders you will get it.
Okay.
Of course, the CBP also non-firmed planned orders. One criteria, one basic difference between the MPS and MRP is MPS will have the firmed planned orders, whereas MRP will have the no firmed planned orders. There is one more significant feature, much more significant rather than the forming. That is nothing but MPS will always plan only for the first level of the components. System will not look into the lower levels as such, Chandra. In the case of MPS, system will just take it only the first level. Whereas in the case of the MRP, all the bomb will be exploded, entire levels, all the levels are planned in the case of MRP.
Okay, yeah.
The meaning of this one is, just give me a minute, I'll explain.
So we have car, we have car, within that car we have three levels, three, right? So
right.
It looks at only car level.
Right, exactly, you are right.
Yeah.
That is MPS.
Yeah.
The very first level only it will look into. Immediate components only it will look into. The further dependencies and all it won't look into.
Okay.
Whereas if you run the MRP, it will look into all the levels as such, starting from the header level to the entire zero, up to the bottommost level. Is that okay, Chandra?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. So these are the major significances or major differences between the MRP, MPS and CBP. And when we are going to use it, what is the outcome of this one and what is at which level it will plan it. These are the few basic differences between MRP, MPS, and of course Once again, we need to go a bit more details of this one. MPS is alone is having once again different parameters like M1, M2, M3, M4, like P0, P1, P2, P3, PD, P1, P2, P3, P4. What is those? That we have to look into again.
One more question here.
Yeah, tell me, Chandra.
In material like MM01,
Yeah.
sometimes people enter forecast information, right?
Right.
Is that for CBP?
Yeah, exactly. For CBP, in the CBP there are three different categories of the CBP. Again, is further classified into three categories. One is the forecast based planning, another is the reorder point planning, another is the time based planning as such. Just I am coming to that one. I didn't explain, Chandra. Okay. Yeah, you are right, Chandra. You are. See, this is the forecast based planning. This is reorder point planning and time based planning. Forecast based planning is simply it will base it upon the forecast. It will go ahead for the procurements and so on and so forth.
No. Question here.
Yeah.
I'm using demand. I'm using demand planning.
Right.
Demand planning output will go into ERP. So
Output of the demand planning is driving as a, once again, input for the ECC.
ECC, right? So
Okay,
is that
fine.
the same forecast or this the forecast we enter in MM01 is a different one?
Generally, your demand management forecast will be for the very top numbers only. They will take it up, Chandra. That forecast, of course, we can make use of that forecast. Definitely, it's not the case. But generally, the demand management forecast is for the top numbers basically.
Okay.
Top numbers in the sense of the higher level materials they will forecast it. In general.
Oh, but that means this is
you can make use of the same forecast even too. It's not the case that we cannot drill down. You will drill down it and the same forecast also you can make use of it as such.
so this one they enter manual in MM01, right?
Right, you are right.
Anyway,
Right.
they can upload stuff.
Generally, for demand management, no, you are right. Actually, the context here is right, but applicability is sometimes people will only because DP part will be generally the DP will take always they will consider only the top numbers, the very top level planning across the plants they will plan it, right?
Yeah.
Individual planning anyhow ECC is there, so it will take it up further drill down as such.
Yeah.
That is the concept, so that the CPP is mainly concentrated at the ECC level rather than the APO level.
Yeah.
I hope I made it clear to you, Chandra.
Yeah, clear.
Similarly, reorder point planning also, it's once again further bifurcated into the two levels. So that is manual reorder point planning and automatic reorder. In order to activate this automatic reorder point planning, once again the base is equal to your forecasting as such.
Okay.
Time-based planning is on which particular based upon the planning calendar or something like that, you can trigger it to the planning part.
Yeah.
Is it clear, Chandra, now?
Yeah.
When we are going to use it MPS, when we are going to use it MRP, when we are going to use it CBP, and what are the different CBP parameters also we have been looked into. Is that okay?
Yeah.
MRP is taking it up or doing it is system calculates the net requirement while considering the available warehouse stock and scheduled receipts and purchasing the product. The net requirement in the sense, system will calculate the rate requirement calculation. That's what he is saying, right?
Yeah.
Net requirement is nothing but whenever there is a requirement, system has to consider my existing stock or not. That will be decided by the net requirement. Generally, in the net requirement, system will consider the stock available.
Okay.
For example, there is a sales order for 100 numbers. Say. This sales order, but I have a stock of 50 pieces in hand as a stock. So automatically system will calculate the requirement only 50, but it won't consider, it will not say 100. Even though the requirement is for 100, but I'm having a stock of 50 pieces, so system will consider the existing 50, and finally the net requirement is only 50. Is this clear to you, Chandra?
That's correct. That is for 10, right?
Yes. Basically, the 10 is right, but in general, always MRP will calculate the net requirement, Chandra. If you, unless until if you want to specify it specifically for 11 or something like that. Is that okay?
Oh, is that right? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Coming to here. Yeah. During the MRP, all the levels of the bill of material are planned. That's what we discussed now. So that it will look into the all the dependent components as such. Output of the MRP is the detailed production or the purchasing plan. Outcome of the MRP, you will get a planned orders. It can be this planned order can be get converted into the purchase requisition or production order depending upon the procurement type that we have been incorporated in the material master level. Is that okay, Chandra?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Yeah, that's what we are connecting here. Independent requirements are there now. We are at the independent requirement level so far, right?
That's correct.
These independent requirements are the input for my MRP, right?
Yeah.
So when I run the MRP, my system will generate the planned orders. These planned orders are, it may be a production order or it can be a purchase requisition. Purchase requisition is nothing but whenever I want to buy the material, then automatically the system will generate a purchase requisition. How the system knows whether it is a buy material or produced material? Any idea, Chandra?
It calculates everything like what stock we have and
It calculated finally. Okay, I need 50 pieces. Okay, finally the requirement is equal to 50 pieces. Okay,
how much is my production capacity?
Yeah, fine, Chandra. Yeah, fine. That's very fine. The thing is, the question here is whether I have to produce it, whether I have to procure it. That is what we are in dilemma. How the system knows whether to produce it or procure it.
We define in MM01.
Yes, very good.
MM01 we say only external, only internal or both ways. If it is both ways, it calculates inside requirements, how much stock, all those.
That's great, Chandra. That's what the answer is expected actually. Just of course you came first with MM01. This and you elaborated that the same thing. Specific to that, straight answer is your second one. That is in MRP2 there is a procurement type. In that procurement type, whether we have to go for internal procurement or external procurement or both procurement, we have been already decided, right?
Yeah.
That's very good, Chandra. Keep it up. I'm happy the way you have been. Basically, here in MRP2, there is a procurement tab is there. In this procurement tab, already we have been decided whether to go for in-house production or external production or no procurement or both procurement, right?
Yeah.
So, based upon that procurement type, system knows so that whether to generate it to the purchase requisition or a production order, right?
Yeah.
Hope it is unclear or not something. It's very clear. So, once the purchase requisition is there, automatically the next step of the purchase requisition is nothing but your purchase order. Purchase order in the sense I am buying the material from outside, right?
Yeah.
Once I buy the material from outside, automatically your vendor will supply the material and he will receive the goods with the invoice verification and so on and so forth. This purchasing people will take care of this purchasing activities. Is that right, Chandra?
Yeah.
Okay, our focus is towards the production. Okay, production order has been created. Once the production order is created, generally we'll check the material availability, whether the raw materials are available or not. If the materials are available, capacity is available or not, all these stuffs will take into consideration. And finally, if the materials are available, capacity is available, everything is available, we will release that particular production order for shop floor, right?
Yeah.
Once the production order is released, automatically required materials also will be issued to that production order. You please issue this material number 1, material number 2, so that these two can be assembled to get a finished product. And once the finished product is done, you will confirm that production order. Once the production order is confirmed, your stocks will get updated. Is that right, Chandra?
Yeah.
And once the stocks are updated, of course, if it is a specific to that sales order, if it is a make to stock or make to order, depending upon that scenario, if it is specific to that sales order, system will allocate that stock to that sales order, and the sales order people will take up the delivery. From there onwards, SD people and dispatch people will take care of. Our PP prospect is once the stock is updated, our job is done, right?
Yeah.
Okay, of course, the uses of MRP that we already know. So material requirement planning is used to plan the timely production, on-time production, what is required, when is required, and how much quantity is required basically at the right point of time. In order to procure these materials at the correct point of time or produce the right materials at the correct point of time, MRP will greatly, significantly play a major role in deciding, because there will be lakhs and lakhs of material which manually we cannot figure it out when to start and when to finish it off. All those things will be taken care of by MRP automatically, right?
That's correct.
And the process involves monitoring of course, the advantage of the MRP is there should not be any overstock conditions, there should not be any stock out conditions. We have to monitor the stock levels of, in a proper way such that there should not be any excessive inventory and there should not be any stock out conditions. That will be taken care of by the MRP as such. And material produced in-house dependent requirements of the components are also determined with the help of this MRP. Not only the header material, all the dependent requirements also will be planned whether they have the stock or if you don't have the stock, procure it or produce it and keep ready such that this production order has to be completed by so and so date. Like that, everything system will take care of automatically. Is that right, Chandra?
Yeah.
MRP functions, of course, so these are rather than this, the next slide will be more better. I'll come to this one, Chandra. It's nothing. There are some steps involved in the MRP that I'll come to that one. The mandatory parameters, prerequisites for running the MRP is, of course, in the plan we have to activate this MRP. There is one checkbox called as activate MRP and set up planning part that you can check it in the system. Without activating the MRP, you cannot run the MRP in the particular plan.
Okay.
OMDU is the transaction code to activate the MRP for the particular plant actually. OMDU. Material requirement planning. In this, unless until this checkbox is activated, system will not trigger the MRP, Chandra.
Okay.
This is the mandatory, of course.
Okay.
And for a material level, or whether the material is relevant for MRP or not, that you can check it up with MD21.
MD21.
This is the planning file entry. This is called as a planning file entry.
Oh, MD21.
Sorry, Chandra.
What is this transaction? One more time.
MD21, Chandra. Sorry.
Okay.
MD21. This is basically the planning file entry. Whether this particular material is, sometimes people are saying that okay, this material has not been picked up for MRP. Why so? First of all, whether the planning file entry is created or not, this is the basic mandatory parameter for a particular material to take it up for MRP. This planning file entry should be generated. If the planning file entry is not there, system will not take that. What this planning file entry is altogether is, whenever there are any changes happen for a particular material, changes in the sense, it can be stock up, stock down, or purchase requisition, plan, anything is which is affecting the stock, then immediately planning file entry will be generated. Planning file entry is nothing but your check mark like this. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So this is the basis, and only when there is a planning file entry for the material, then only for that material MRP will run. Otherwise, system will not consider that material for MRP run.
Okay.
Is that okay, Chandra?
Yeah.
So coming to here, sorry, I don't know what to do.
We can also schedule in real life scenario.
Yeah.
Automate this one, right?
Yeah. In actually, majority of the companies will prefer only automated, Chandra. Very few companies only, but to particular scenarios only they will run it manually. Otherwise, it's not possible to run manually MRP on a daily basis, Chandra. It is purely automated through the batch jobs and background jobs.
So real life, majority of companies, how they run, like once a week, once a month, or daily?
There are criteria. We have to go a bit more. One more step. After that, we can decide it, Chandra. Basically, there are different MRPs available, MRP types available, and in the sense, planning, it can be regenerative planning, it can be net change planning. Net change planning in the planning horizon, there are three varieties are there. Regenerative planning is nothing but planning of all the materials throughout the plant. It will take a lot of time, so people will run only at the weekends or at max weekends or at a minimum of month ends or something like that.
Okay.
But it is usually preferred at the beginning stages or the initial stages of the production or initial stages of SAP implementation.
Okay.
Okay, next remaining two is basically one is the net change planning and the net change planning in the planning. If you can wait for 2 more minutes, that will be great, Chandra. I didn't yet come to that point of your question as such.
Okay.
Of course, your question is perfectly fine and it is very good as such, and it is more of practically how is it and how the people are using it.
Yeah.
I'll come to that one, Chandra. Give me some more time.
Yeah.
So what we are talking about is the prerequisites for running of the MRP. For running of the MRP at the plant level, it should do planning file entry and as well as the, and of course for a material, you should have the proper MRP type and proper valid material status. This is once again much significant one, Chandra. This is very important. What exactly that the background of the how the MRP is running at the background. What are all the steps involved in the MRP background running is these are the 5 steps involved in the background running. If I run the MRP, how the system will understands okay this has to be done means it will follow all these steps, Chandra. One is the first thing is the net requirement calculation. Net requirement calculation is of course simpler. There is nothing great. Basically, if there is a requirement, it has to consider the stock available. Maybe stocks at different levels or different varieties of the stocks. All this takes into consideration. And suppose for a simpler case, there is a requirement of 100. If I have a stock of 50, so final my net requirement is only 50. That is what the net requirement is.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, net requirement is equal to 50. Next thing is the lot size calculation. What is meant by lot size calculation? Lot sizing procedure will have been maintained in the material master at one point of a time. Any idea, Chandra?
Lot for lot, like lot size.
Exactly. Very good. Excellent. Lot for lot we have been maintained in which view? Any idea?
MRP1.
Excellent. That's great. It's very good, Chandra. Really so good. MRP1, that is a lot sizing procedure. The third tab, that is lot for lot quantity or something like that. Different lot sizing procedures that we have, right? Yeah.
Lot for lot means like we say in lot 100, right?
I'm coming, Chandra.
Oh, okay.
I'm happy sir, that you have been answered that, which I expected the answer that you have given me exactly the right answer. It is in MRP1 in the third tab, that is the lot sizing procedure. We are talking about this. When we are creating the material master, I simply ask you just put EX. I didn't explain anything on this, right?
Yeah.
Only I told you there is a EX is lot per lot. Nothing else I didn't explain, right?
Yeah.
And I told sir that to wait for some time. Now the time came, so we have to look into that lot sizing procedures. Sorry. Oh. We are in the MRP second step, lot sizing procedures. In the lot sizing procedures, we should understand, Chandra.
Yeah.
Basically, in the lot sizing procedures are categorized into 3 categories. One is the static, another is the periodic, another is the dynamic or optimum lot sizing procedures. In this case, Chandra, do you mind so that if I finish it off the class after this topic? Every day I'm saying small.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
Actually, I was supposed to take it a bit more longer time, but I was having some plan. Okay, sorry, don't mind. I'll just take it up this one topic up, one portion of it, and then we'll continue from the same discussion for tomorrow. Not for tomorrow. Yeah, after tomorrow we'll take it up, Chandra. Is that okay for you?
Yeah.
Thanks for all your cooperation.
No
Coming to this lot sizing procedures, there are 3 lot sizing procedures available. One is the static lot sizing procedure, and periodic lot sizing procedure, and optimum lot sizing procedure. First of all, what is the criteria to define all these things is, in the case of the static lot sizing procedures, purely with respect to the quantity. Suppose I want to define the quantity in terms of the quantity, then I'll go for static lot sizing procedures in terms of the quantity based. And the other is the period based. That means lot, okay, daily lot, weekly lot, or periodic, and a particular period I want to define it as lot sizing, then I will go for a periodic lot sizing. The other is nothing but the cost factor. If I want to consider what is the cost impact, then I will go for basically the optimum lot sizing procedures. So basically for static lot sizing procedures, the criteria is our quantity.
Yeah.
It can be lot per lot quantity, fixed lot quantity, all will talk about the quantity, how much number or how much the quantity, how many pieces or how many kg, all these things will come under this static lot sizing procedure. If it is a lot per lot quantity, that means whatever is the requirement quantity, that much quantity only you will procure it. For example, there is a sales order for 100 numbers. For this, against the sales order requirement of 100 numbers, I am having a stock of say 22 pieces. Then what is my net requirement, Chandra?
Can you repeat, please?
I received a sales order for 100 numbers.
Huh?
What is my net requirement?
78.
Exactly, that's right. So 78 is my net requirement. If I will go for lot per lot quantity, means whatever is my requirement, that is 78, which is odd figure. Even then, system will procure only that much quantity, which is lot per lot quantity. How much is required? That much only it will procure it.
Oh, that's what, like if my requirement is 2, it will procure only 2.
Yeah, exactly. Suppose for example, one more same scenario in the same case. Suppose for example, there is a sales order of say 100 numbers, and if I have a already stock, suppose if I am having a stock of say 55 pieces, automatically my net requirement is equal to 45 pieces, right?
Yeah.
Whatever is my net requirement calculation, the next is how much is the procurement 45 pieces, whether to procure 45 pieces or something else, that will be decided by your lot sizing procedure.
Okay. A question for you.
Yeah. Tell me.
You also maintain a safety stock, right? We don't consider.
Yeah, I didn't use the word safety stock at all so far. From my mouth, I didn't open that safety stock. Of course, you are right, Chandra. I'm sorry. You are right as such. I didn't come to that point as such.
Okay.
Give me some more time, please. You are right. Your question is perfectly valid. Give me some time so that it will be more clear to you.
Yeah.
So far, is it clear to you this lot for lot one, very first one?
Yeah, lot for lot is very clear. What is my requirement? What stock I have, and remaining one it will procure.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
The moment I decided the EX, that means lot per procure only that much of quantity or produce that much of quantity only. That is the lot per lot quantity.
That means real life scenario, that is the most popular, I think, right?
Yeah, EX and FX are more commonly used. FX also sometimes it is used, Chandra. Just I'll come to that one. Once we'll.
Okay.
The second point is nothing but fixed. Suppose, for example, I want to maintain a fixed lot size. When we will go for fixed lot size? Suppose, for example, I want to maintain a stock of 200 pieces every time. For this material, I don't want to get down a stock of fixed lot size in the sense. If the moment I say fixed lot size, what is your fixed lot size quantity? It will ask. Say, for example,
I think this is more efficient.
Yeah, in some cases, frequently it is both are used, Chandra. As such, EX also used, FX is also used as such.
Okay.
Generally, wherever the constraint is, I don't want to handle it in small quantities, then I go for FX, Chandra.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to always it in terms of fixed numbers, then I'll go for fixed quantity.
Okay.
Suppose for a pallet or something like that, some cartons or something like that, one piece vendor also, no, I cannot supply it like that. Then for me, I don't have any, even though my requirement is 2, but my vendor is not in a position to supply it to me 2, he is always supplying me in a fixed case of say 10 numbers or something like that. Say.
Yeah.
Then in that case, I have to go ahead with my vendor requirement, fixed lot size of say 10 numbers, right?
That's correct.
For example, this how this concept of this fixed lot size will work it out is, for example, very simple. If I'll go to the vending machine or ATM machine, in the ATM machine, the display board is no 100 rupee notes are available. You need 200 rupees immediately. Then what will you do?
Can you repeat?
No 100 rupee notes are available. And but you need 200 rupees, at least minimum of 200 rupees you need now. What will we do?
How much is that ATM?
Yeah, ATM is say 100 rupee notes are there, 500 rupee notes are there, but as of now 100 rupees display is no 100 rupee notes display.
So 500.
So automatically, obviously we'll go for 500. Suppose the requirement is equal to 700.
You have to go for 1000.
Exactly, that's right. If this is answered, then done with our fixed lot size basically. So you will always go, your requirement will meet to the next nearest rounding fixed quantity, right?
Yeah.
Even though my requirement is equal to 200 rupees, but I cannot go for 200 rupees because there is no 200 rupee notes available in that, or 100 rupee notes are not available. So I have only option of the fixed lot quantity of 500 rupee note, right?
Yeah.
Exactly the same in the case of the business scenario also. Suppose if the vendor is not able to supply it to 10 numbers or 100 numbers or something like that, whatever is the fixed lot size supplied determined by the vendor will go for that particular lot size. The other case is in multiples of the fixed lot size. I told you sir that I need 700 rupees, but I cannot get 700 rupees, but my requirement is equal to 700. So with one lot of 500, I cannot fulfill my requirement. Automatically I will go for two 500 lots, right?
That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah, that is what the concept of your your fixed lot size is, Chandra.
Yeah.
Of course, we'll see into the system so that how it will work set out.
Yeah.
So did I made it clear to you the difference between the EX and FX now? What is meant by lot per lot quantity? What is meant by fixed lot quantity?
Now I'm very clear because I used to get confused with lot for lot. Now I'm clear.
Okay. Okay, good. That's good. Actually, in the material master creation, I told you so that I'll tell later.
Yeah.
Some of the things I'm skipping it knowingly so that please do not mistake me. And sometimes I'm saying so that okay, wait for some time or something like that.
Yeah.
When I created the material master, I didn't told anything. Okay, put EX. Why we are putting EX? What is the significance of EX? Why we have to put EX only? What are the other options available? I didn't told anything at that time.
Yeah.
Right. So now I am going to cover it up one by one, based upon that sequence and the logic. I am taking it up one by one as such.
Yeah.
Okay, coming to the next one more static lot sizing procedure that is called as replenish to the maximum stock level. What is meant by replenish to the maximum stock level? This is lot per lot quantity is equal to here. Whatever is this is my requirement, this is my receipt. This is my requirement, this is my receipt, this is my requirement. For how much is requirement? That only you are going to require it or receive it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
In the fixed lot size, I don't have any other option, so I have to go buy either in multiples of one pallet or two pallet or something like that. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Replenish to the maximum stock level is generally used for liquids basically. That means if the container is maintained in some tanks or something like that, replenish to the maximum stock level. That is what the concept is used for liquids in such.
Okay.
Coming to the periodic lot sizes, in the periodic lot sizes, basically we will use it for a particular period. All the requirements were clubbed together. In the sense, for example, for 1 week, in a week time, I have two requirements. All these requirements are clubbed together and it will procure it in a single requirement. You are right. It can be a week, it can be a month, it can be whatever the flexible period that you want to define it. But week wise it will calculate. If I say it is a month, it is a monthly. That's what is the significance of this periodic class. It can be daily, it can be weekly, it can be monthly, or it can be flexible periods.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Is it clear to you now?
Yeah.
Coming to the other parameter is nothing but I told the third one is nothing but optimum lot sizing procedure. Of course, I didn't work much on this one, but only the theoretical part is of course I know it because I didn't have any cases where it is using optimum lot sizes or people have been using for optimum. But of course, the SAP has been given the option available. Consideration of the cost into the factor. Based upon the cost factor, suppose what are the different cost factors involved? It can be storage cost, it can be inventory cost, it can be transportation cost, it can be maintenance cost, whatever it is required. So based upon this system will calculate the optimum lot size, which is best way, whether to procure it multiple times or single time, all these things will be decided by your optimum lot sizing procedure. Is that okay, Chandra?
Yeah.
So that is the significance of our lot sizing procedures based upon the quantity, period, and cost. If it is a quantity based, it is a lot per lot quantity, fixed lot size, and replenished to the maximum stock level. If it is a period based, it is a weekly lot size, daily lot size, monthly lot size, and so on and so forth. If it is this one, basically optimum cost is economical order quantities will be decided based upon the cost factor. So that is the second step of our MRP, Chandra.
Okay.
Thank you. So as soon as net requirement is done, immediately system will look for lot sizing calculation. So whether the lot, if it is a lot per lot quantity, it will procure only that much of quantity. If it is a fixed lot size, it will go. Suppose now the person here, Chandra, I have a sales order for 100 numbers. I have a stock of 45 pieces, and the lot size I maintained for this particular material is fixed lot size, and fixed lot size quantity is equal to say 200 numbers. Then what is my requirement quantity at this point of a time? How much is my procurement quantity?
Can you please repeat?
Yeah. Sales order is equal to 100 numbers. Stock is equal to 50 pieces.
Okay.
What is your net requirement?
50.
That's fine. So your net requirement is equal to 50. Now we have, but I maintained for this particular material lot sizing procedure of fixed lot size, and my fixed lot size quantity is equal to say 500. Then what is my procurement quantity?
450. That means 500.
Yes, exactly. 500 is the right answer.
Yeah.
Because even though the requirement is equal to 50, but you cannot procure it 50.
Yeah.
Because the lot size maintained for this particular material is equal to fixed lot size, right?
That's correct.
System will propose you only 500, but it cannot propose you 50, right?
That's correct.
The same scenario, if I change the lot sizing procedure to EX, what is the requirement procurement quantity? Which is lot per lot quantity. If I change it to the EX means lot per lot.
50.
Exactly, right, Chandra. That's good. I'll stop up to here, Chandra. So good, really. Can I stop up to here, Chandra?
Yeah, and then we'll meet day after tomorrow, right?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Okay. Yeah, thanks, Chandra. Bye. Take care. Good night.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.